A note from our little jungle. Water lilies, macaws, some roses, clematis. A note on black butterfly uh, with a somewhat appropriate setting because we are not as remote as Banderas, aka Paul, in the film, but still we have a wildness, a touch of wildness around here as well. And I must say the film is interesting, if not, I don't know, Rear Window, Goodfellas, one of those classic thrillers. Um, it has an interesting, uh, different in some ways approach. For one thing, well, like in good detective stories, I thought the other way around. I thought the villain is actually the man who was helping a good cause, maybe. I will not get into what happens at the end, obviously. Even if one wonders, given the fact that few, if any, watch this, and then considering further down the chances that someone is watching this and then going to this film, which is actually out of the mainstream, out of the main circuit. So, um, looking at this hypothesis, you're watching this, and then you're thinking, let me get Black Butterfly. But wait, this guy is telling me what happens, so I'll not get that after all. Slim chances, 1 in 500 million. Anyway, um, I was thinking in terms of out of the whole population of the globe, if a handful watches, that's what you're. Anyway, returning, Paul Antonio Banderas is a writer, and speaking of Banderas, I would say he's not bad in the role, but he's also not with the same, doesn't prove the same skill as when he did Philadelphia, for instance, or his films with Almodovar, Pedro Almodovar. He is in the leading role, together with Jonathan Rhys Meyers, two opposites, two people, one the nemesis of the other. And speaking of which, I just finished The Echo and then the Nemesis of Jens Stafford, wonderful writer. And I learned the story of Nemesis connected with Narcissus. I didn't know, in the sense that Echo falls in love with Narcissus, but Echo, she is taken the gift of speech by Hera. Echo was sent by Zeus to tell Hera stories while Zeus was philandering. Hera sees this, therefore takes the speech. Echo can only repeat the last words said to her. And falls in love with Narcissus, cannot say words except repeat again. That's how we have Echo now. And Narcissus refuses Echo, and he's punished by Nemesis to fall in love with his own image. And for some reason, I was thinking there is something of that in this story as well. Um, as a writer, there is a dark side of Paul. As aforementioned, I decided not to mention anything that would spoil it. Uh, Rhys Meyers, Jonathan Rhys Meyers is Jack. He is a drifter taken in by Paul, Antonio Banderas, and hence a conflict arises. The two are violent with each other at times, and for some time it looks like Paul will get injured, will suffer, if not a severe injury, maybe a minor one, from this already heated clash and tension, with tension rising. So I, for one, was waiting to see what happens to him. But there are surprises in store, and I will stop with this. It may get interesting.